Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry I didn't get a video out on Friday. Wife and I took a little trip, had a little quiet time, and enjoyed that time over the weekend. And I hope y'all had a great weekend as well. I thank you again for taking time out to watch my video. It's much appreciated. And also hit that subscribe button and tell your friends to come watch the video and hit that subscribe button as well. Get the channel growing. Well, what I want to talk to real quick today is June baits. It's June. June is here. The top baits that I will be throwing during the month of June. One of the number one baits that I'll be throwing is a deep diving crankbait. Be throwing the old deep diving crankbait. The fish is done with their spawn, and they're starting to move back out, getting ready to go to their summer hunts, and they'll be getting on those points and cover and structure on points, main lake and secondary points back in the coves. This is the Rapala Dt10. It's one of my favorites. Fishing out to the 10-foot water depth. I also have some of my other favorites would be Spros, rock crawler. It'll dive 12-15 feet deep, and I'll be using it a lot. And I've got some DT20s that I'll be throwing. I try to stay somewhere within the 10 to 15 feet range. Usually I can catch some good fish in that range on the crankbaits. And other baits that I'll be throwing in the month of June is topwaters. June is topwater time. This is one of my favorite topwaters right here. This thing has caught me more fish. I counted one day. I got to catching fish on this. I found them schooling in the back of a pocket one day, and I can't remember how many I caught before I started counting. But by the time they shut down, I had caught 27 bass out of that school, and they were anywhere from 1.5 pounds up to 3.5 pounds. They'd chased a big bunch of shad back here in the back of that cove, and they was working on them. Another great bait is a devil's horse, a prop style bait. The old devil horse has been around a long time. It has caught a lot of fish, and I have caught a ton of fish on it. I like to throw it around bluegill beds and that kind of thing. The bass is done spawning, so the bluegills is on the bed, so I like to throw it around bluegill beds, and I can usually catch a bunch of fish around bluegill beds like that. Another thing I'll have tied on the month of June, and one of my pinchers is off of this one, it'll be a fighting frog, the old fighting frog. That's my old go-to right there. Caught a lot of fish on that. Or a battle bug. Battle bug and fighting frog are both made by Big Bite Baits, and I catch a lot of fish on both of those. Another thing that you want to have tied on in the month of June would be a Shaky Head, the old Shaky Head, and this is one of my favorite colors, baby bass color. You can get these things by the 100 at I think it's Bitters or Biters or Bitters. That's out of Florida, but you can look online on Bitters or Biters, whatever it is, and you can get 100 worms for, I think it's $35. It's either $30 or $35. And that is one heck of a deal, as y'all know. And anyway, and by the last part of June, it's going to be time to start throwing the old Curltail Worm. This is a 7-inch cherry seed. I'll be breaking out the old monsters by the end of June as well. Throwing the old monsters. If I'm not fishing around heavy cover, if I'm just fishing points and stuff like that, a lot of times I'll use a 3/16 ounce weight. Let it slow fall. If I get, that's out to about 15 feet. If I get past 15 feet, I usually want it to get down a little faster, so I'll tie on a 1/2 ounce weight. I'll fish all those plastics. I'll fish all those on a 7 to 7.3 foot Falcon lowrider, heavy, medium heavy to heavy rod, anywhere from a 7-to-1 to 8-to-1 reel gear ratio. The top waters, I like a medium to medium heavy Falcon lowrider in a 7 to 7.3, and I'll throw the top water baits on monofilament because the fluorocarbon sinks. And of course the crankbaits, I'll be fishing on a medium rod with somewhere around a 7-to-1, 8-to-1 gear ratio reel. I'll be throwing it on 10-pound fluorocarbon, and that is the baits that I will be using in June. I'll have another video out again later this week. I just wanted to do a short one to get caught up since I didn't do one last week. If you have any questions, please post them at the bottom, and I hope you have a great day.